Right on the lineup, SEPTA has the funding it needs for now, but the governor says it's only a short-term solution, but he's proposing to solve the problem for good.
A new ordinance designed to keep kids safe on e-scooters passes in one Delaware County town. The consequences for families caught breaking the rules.
I got 4 kids. He dogged me for $16,000 right before Christmas.
Homeowners swindled by a local couple paid to do repairs on their homes, and police think there are more victims. Coming up, why investigators doubt those victims will come forward.
Those stories and more on today's edition of The Lineup. It's Tuesday, September 9th, 2025.
Hey everyone, I'm NBC 10's Keith Jones.
And I'm NBC 10's Erin Coleman. Let's get you up to speed with what you need to know today. We're going to start with the latest in the SEPTA funding saga. SEPTA will restore full service on Sunday now that Governor Josh Shapiro has approved its request for nearly $400 million. Yesterday, Shapiro directed PennDOT to allow SEPTA to use the money from state capital assistance funds to cover operations over the next 2 years. But this is yet another temporary fix. State lawmakers remain at a standstill on the state budget, including a long-term solution for funding SEPTA.
I think it gives us 2 years to see the changes that SEPTA will make. It also gives us 2 years to see if we can change minds or change some of the people in the state Senate and see what we can do to get recurring revenue that will ultimately help all 67 counties in Pennsylvania.
Also on Sunday, SEPTA will go ahead with a 21.5% system-wide fare increase. In Delaware County, Haverford Township has a new law with its goal of keeping kids safe while using e-scooters.
And the change comes nearly 3 months after a 12-year-old died when she was hit by a car while on an e-scooter. NBC 10's Brenna Weick live for us in Haverford Township with the details of this new ordinance.
Kids in Haverford Township will have to wear a helmet from now on when they are riding an electric scooter or bike. Commissioners just passed the new rule at their meeting last night, months after a young girl died in nearby Aston. A driver hit 12-year-old Abby Gillen and her friend while they were riding an electric scooter back in June. Abby died and Bella was seriously injured. It happened in Aston, but shook up officials in other parts of the county like Haverford Township. The ordinance requires kids under 16 to wear a helmet when riding electric scooters or bikes. Township officials say studies show wearing a helmet can significantly reduce the risk of a head injury, protecting kids from getting seriously hurt or killed. When it comes to enforcing the rule, the Haverford police chief says officers will pull kids over and then contact their parents.
Well, when we stop a juvenile, we have to notify their parents. We're required to do this. So what we'll do is we'll notify the parents that we have their child stopped, and we will issue the citation to the home address. We won't give it to the child.
The rule goes into effect in 10 days, but there is a grace period through the end of the year. So for now, kids will get a warning, but then come January 1st, parents will get a $25 citation in the mail. Reporting in Haverford Township, Brenna Weick, NBC 10 News.
A group in Delaware County is stepping up with plans to reopen Taylor Hospital.
Yeah, the hospital closed in the spring after its owner filed for bankruptcy. Now Todd Strine wants to change that. He's the founder of Keystone Quality Transport, which does non-emergency medical transports across the Mid-Atlantic. He and his partners bought Taylor for a fraction of its value. They want to bring attention to a new medical tenant and restore care to a community that needs it.
I think everybody feels a lot less safe today now that there's no functioning emergency rooms at Chester or here or Springfield. That means you've got to go a long way if you need care.
The town, county, and school district have all agreed to keep taxes low on the property for a couple of years till a new tenant gets in and starts making money. In Montgomery County, police say homeowners, a local business, even a township fell victim to a couple who sold the dream of home improvement but didn't get the job done.
Eric and Rochelle Catanacci face dozens of charges, including home improvement fraud, theft, and conspiracy. Police say customers reported the couple left jobs halfway done, abandoned materials, didn't get the proper permits. We spoke to a man who says the couple convinced him to subcontract a construction job, but when the work was done, he never got paid. He claims to have lost $16,000.
He finally called me back and said, "Joe, I'm so sorry. My wife sent out a check to you. You should be getting it any day now." He was lying to me.
So far, 5 victims have come forward, but police say the investigation suggests there are more. Philadelphia police say a suspect turned himself in for vandalizing the Weizmann National Museum of American Jewish History.
Police say this is connected to a security camera video that captured a person spray painting the museum with red paint back on August 18th. The museum filed a second report a week later saying someone spray painted more parts of the museum. Police haven't said who the suspect is because they haven't formally filed the charges yet. Well, tonight, people living near the site of a pipeline that leaked jet fuel into the drinking water in Bucks County will learn more about the situation.
The State Department of Environmental Protection is holding a virtual public meeting starting at 6 o'clock. Officials will provide an update on Sunoco's response in Upper Makefield Township. The leak happened in January. In July, Sunoco installed wells to monitor the quality of the water. New video shows a roller coaster at Hershey Park being evacuated after it was stopped mid-ride.
A spokesperson for the park says the Comet had to be stopped on Sunday because of an off-ride guest issue. Attendants helped escort the riders out of the cars and down the stairs along the tracks. The ride reopened later, but the park still hasn't gone into detail about that issue leading to the stoppage. By the way, the Comet, Hershey Park's oldest operational ride. I think in the 40s it was created. Golf legend Tiger Woods, part of a push to restore the historic Cobbs Creek Golf Course and turn it into a center of education.
Woods, he was there at the ribbon cutting yesterday for his new TGR Foundation Learning Lab. The facility is one phase of a larger plan to create a campus with a new driving range and a short course, but his isn't just about golf. In an exclusive interview with NBC 10, Woods said this is about all types of learning.
You see innovation, all different types, from learning how to code, learning how to fly, robotics, learning how to do forensic science. There's so many different programs and offerings that Meredith and her team are going to put together.
Woods said he chose the Cobbs Creek course because of its history of inclusion. It was also a second home for Charlie Sifford, who broke the PGA's color barrier. Woods has said he considered Sifford the grandfather he never had. A local 9-year-old boy is making history as the youngest student to attend Ursinus College in Montgomery County.
This is amazing. 3 days a week, Aiden Wilkins studies neuroscience at Ursinus. The other days, he's taking virtual classes at Reach Cyber Charter School as a high school sophomore. He passed the gifted student test in 2023, and his education's been on the fast track since then. His mother says she knew that Aiden was gifted from the moment he started speaking.
He was reading signs and correcting people's sentences, and he was actually correcting sentences.
Aiden hopes to go to medical school when he's 14. He's also hoping his mother joins him on the journey as a student herself. That's the coolest part of this story right here, that he wants to be tied to mom, obviously attributing maybe some of his success to mom too, so they can do it together is sweet.
Yeah, to see them both at Ursinus or wherever else.
But 9 years old, would you imagine a 9-year-old as a sophomore in high school taking college classes?
He's so small compared to the other,
I know.
to the other students, but he's doing his thing, neuroscience. Hey, look, we need the researchers, and he's going to be doing some big things.
He's a prodigy.
All right, that does it for today's edition of The Lineup.
For Erin Coleman, I'm Keith Jones. Remember, you can get NBC 10 News updates right here on the NBC 10 app. Catch us weekday mornings from 5 to 7 a.m. Have a great day.
See ya.